Peace, family. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're just gonna wait. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. How y'all doing, family? Come on in. Keep coming in. Let us build. Let us build together. I said, let us build with knowledge of divine truth. Let us build with knowledge of divine truth. Ashe, I see you in the building. I see you, Ashe. Ashe. Let us do this. Let us build with divine knowledge. Let us build with divine light. Let us build with divine knowledge and wisdom of truth. Hope you got something to drink. I do. I got tea. I always keep my tea with me. I always keep my tea with me. So I don't snap on y'all. See, this tea is so I don't snap on you. You feel me? Hey, Brick. How you doing? You feel me? I was going to get, drink my coconut today. I decided, you know what? Let me stick with the tea. The tea keep me from losing myself and snapping on y'all. But I was going to do the coconut. I said, no, don't do the coconut. That's for the morning. Do the coconut tomorrow. Feel me? This is my water, by the way. See, I drink water from this right here, the coconut. I drink water from the coconut. I don't drink water the way we used to drink water, or we're used to drinking water. I drink water like this for my tea. I drink water from a coconut. Yeah, plenty of water in there. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. Oh, God. That was hot. That was hot. Alex, welcome to the building. Man, let's go ahead and start this show. So y'all already know, if y'all come in here, I usually go audio. Sometimes if I'm in my tent, I go video. But tonight I'm not in the tent, as you can see. I'm not in the tent. I'm inside. But I did want to do this about being obsolete. Now, I want to talk about this thing that's been weighing on me. It's been weighing on me. This word, obsolete, been weighing on me. And I'm thinking like, why I keep getting this? Why I keep getting this obsolete message? Like, why is this coming in? What is it about being obsolete? Do I need to tell the people, or what is it? Because it was, when I bring usually when I write a poem, because I'm a poet, usually when I write a poem or I bring a message, I don't seek it out. I don't be like, yo, I want to write a poem today. Let me start writing. No, the words, the message to the poem comes to me, and it's my job to strike while the iron's hot. And while the iron is hot, I get to writing that poem. Boom, 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 boom. And that's when it becomes a classic, right? Well, the same thing with these downloads that I'm doing. It's like, why am I getting this word obsolete? Why am I getting this? Is there a message in it for me? And for 2-3 days, I deal with this word. I meditate on this word, obsolete. And then it has always something that, usually my poems are self-reflecting. It's usually something that I've went through or been through, but it relates to everybody. And so I said, so why is this word obsolete coming to me? And then I realized why the word obsolete kept coming to me. It was like, yo, you need to tell the people how you are able to manifest a lot of things that you are capable of manifesting in your life. You need to tell the people how you're able to manifest, the things that you are manifesting in your life, and how they are capable of doing the same thing. And see, we have issues and debilitations and hindrances and hang-ups that we hang on to. This is why they call them hang-ups, because we hang on to our hang-ups, right? And so you must understand what it means to be obsolete. And the reason why that word kept coming to me, and I meditated on it for 3 days, and I was like, I guess I got to tell the people about, what it means to be obsolete. When the word was coming to me, I was like, why is this word coming to me? I was like, oh, that's because, I stay in the state of being obsolete. You understand? Like, I stay in the state of, conscious. I stay conscious of being obsolete. Now, let's break down and tell you what it means to be obsolete. Okay? What does it mean to be obsolete? Right? So, some of you who already know what this word kind of means, but there's something deeper to define the word. You know, what it means to be obsolete. There's a deeper meaning behind the word on what it actually means, right? Get your tea and sip your tea because I'm going in tonight. I'm going in tonight, okay? So get your tea, all right? So watch this, okay? So when I looked at myself, I said, yo, why am I getting obsolete, huh? And it was like, because Enlightened, you practice this on a daily basis. And this is what it means to be obsolete. It means to remove, watch this. It means to remove all emotion. Ooh, I know some of y'all ain't ready for that. I know some of y'all ain't ready to do that. Some of y'all ain't ready to remove emotion from yourself. This is how you become free. You know my saying, freedom is the absence of emotion. That's my saying. You know, I came up with that. You understand? Freedom is the absence of emotion. Now watch this. In order to be free, but watch this. Free of what? Huh? Free of your habits, free of your debilitations, free of your hangups, free of your hindrances, free of the fear of leaving a job, free of the fear of breaking out of a relationship, free of the fear of saying to somebody what you feel you need to say for them to get who you are, free of what? See, all these things attach themselves to emotion. And see, you got to understand what it means to be obsolete. It means to be absent of emotion. It means to be free from emotion. And this is how you get things done. You know how things get done? You understand when that lion is choking the life out of that little calf and he hearing the screams of that calf? Do you think he cares about the screams of that calf? No. Why? Because that lion has something speaking to him that is higher and has a deeper purpose and meaning to him. You understand what I'm saying? And that is survival. That is survival. Now that word survival is key. I didn't say hungry. I didn't say hungry. I said survival. Now why is survival key? Because every one of us, every living thing, listen, do not take the ocean lightly. Because the ocean will drown you. You understand? Do not take the ocean lightly. Because everything that is life and has life force can take life too. Everything that has life and has a life force can give life and take life. You understand what I'm saying? So everything is tinged upon survival. Except for you, here I'm speaking to, or out there in La La world. Now, I'm not bashing or down talking to you. I'm trying to enlighten you in how to be free. And you must be obsolete. Now you must stay in the conscious state of being obsolete, the conscious mind of being obsolete, absent of your emotion. Because of your emotion, you are attached to a lot of things. Because of your emotion, you cannot set yourself free from the handcuffs and the bondages that you tie yourself to. And who's tying who to what? You are tying yourself to that. Nothing has a grip on you. Nothing has a bind on you. Nothing has you bondage. Only you have you bonded in your mind. But what are you saying to yourself in your mind? You are creating in the brain what? What I call the vault of information. In your heart, I call your refuge. You understand? The brain is the vault of information. The heart is the refuge, because even the Bible says that where a man's heart is, there his treasure will be also. So your heart becomes your refuge. And so you begin a mental psychosis in your mind, and your brain starts to do what? Develop that. This is how you manifest. This is how things manifest in your life, because of your thoughts. Your thoughts create neurons in the brain. Neurons, which is like neurological. Neurons is another word for neurological information. Neurons is another word for neurological information. So the brain creates neurons, which I call the vault of information. Your brain is the vault of information. It stores up a lot of information in there. And in the moment fear comes up, your brain already knows how to act on that, because you have it saved up in your mind. You have fear saved up in your mind to such a degree that as soon as fear come up in you, the brain already goes to the vault of information and pull out that old information, and you become scared or you become fearful again of these same type of things. Are you understanding me? Are you understanding me? So now watch this. Now watch this. The brain does what? The brain creates neurons, neurological information. Now, what does neurological even mean? It means that the information that you are receiving is going to do what? Manifest itself through your whole body, because you are made up of nothing but neurons, electrons, protons, atoms, protein. You are made up of these things. And so everything about your whole molecular system is creating is manifesting your outcome. You understand that you are literally speaking your life right in front of you in existence, because it comes from the thought of your mind. It creates neurons, neurological information, and it sends it throughout the body, in every informational part of the body. And then you start to become that thing. You become one with that in mind. And so to be obsolete is to be absent-minded, or let's not use the word absent-minded. Let's use absent of emotion, because that's the real meaning of what I'm putting together here. You must be absent of emotion. And because you are tied, because of emotion, you have the outcomes you have today. Because of emotion, energy in motion. Because of emotion, energy in motion, your thoughts are energy. And your thoughts are energy, and it is being created by what? Your feelings. Your feelings. How you feel. And you manifest everything off of feeling. Emotion. Now, this is a good thing to have feeling. Now, it's a good thing to have feelings. But it's never a good thing to attach yourself to things. It's never a good thing to attach yourself. Listen, you understand something? I've lost the ultimate loss you can lose. I've lost a son, very tragically. I had a son who passed away on Christmas Day, 2006. He was 4 months old, and he perished in a house fire. A house fire. Now you would imagine every Christmas, that would be, hard for me to deal with. Actually, it's not hard for me to deal with, because the moment I lost him, 2006, however many years ago that was, the moment I lost him, it was the moment I heard the call on my life. And this is why I am who I am today. This is why I'm where I am today. And because the moment you get to that bottom place, when you get to the pit, when you get to the pit of nothingness, when you get to the pit of rock bottom, when you sit in that pit and you realize that, my life really, I'm attaching myself, because I was selling drugs before my son passed. I was selling drugs. I was doing all kind of stuff. And I realized, life is actually happening. And I realized, I'm making it happen the way when I went to the bottom, I realized that I was making life happen, and I woke up. I didn't fully become conscious. I just woke up. I was like, I gotta stop doing this stupid shit. For real. I gotta stop doing stupid shit. And I did. But I fully didn't become conscious until, 2014, I got conscious. Then 2016, I took the initiation and acted on my consciousness. I started saying, fuck leaving the church and shit like that. I wasn't saying, fuck God or nothing like that. I wasn't speaking like that. I was just saying, I'm leaving the church, fuck all that shit. I'm not going back. 2016, I was like, I'm out. 2017, 18, we're here. Okay? But it was the beginning of 2006. 2006, it happened on Christmas night, 2006, when I lost my son. And I remember that day tragically. I'm not going to go into it. But what I'm saying is that when I went to the pit and I saw that in that pit of nothingness, when I went and sat in that pit of nothingness, did I realize how much my life did I realize who I truly was? I realized I am creating everything that I want, everything that I am creating my existence. I was shown this. I was shown this light. I was shown this light when my son passed. I was shown this light. And then I realized in order to manifest and to stay in your higher self, you have to do what? You have to remove emotion. Now, there's people right now today that I know of that are still holding on to losses of their children. Because I've lost a son, I hear stories of other people who lose children. Okay, I can relate to them. They find solace in my words because I show them the out. Man, y'all don't even understand what I'm about to tell you. You understand? Like, these people find solace in my restitution. People find solace in my own saving, in my own saving of myself. People find solace in my words. People find solace in my words because they're like looking for the outcome. They're looking for the exit. They're looking how to get out of this, how to detach myself from this. And I tell them, you have to remove emotion. You have to, or else you will stay stuck in a perpetual cycle of going through it every single time something significant come up. Every time a birthday come up, every time a special holiday to you come up, anytime something like that comes up, you're going to reattach yourself to that. And all what emotion does is, remember what I said your brain is? It is the vault of information. So your brain is going to pull out that same old information and hurt you again. And you are hurting yourself with that. Understanding that emotions are energy in motion. So what you're doing when you are bringing up these old feelings and these old thoughts, you're creating neurological information. And this is how you get the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. You see, emotions, being attached to your emotions creates the perpetual cycle. It creates the perpetual cycle of you continuously getting what you want. You're asking for this. T. You're asking for this. You're asking for your reality. I've been able to master my reality. I've been able to master every outcome in life right now that I want. I've been able to master it. Now watch this. Watch this. Can I master $1 million right now? If I wanted to, I can. But here's the thing. When you start to study your higher self, and you start to get into the knowledge of a conscious mind, when you start to study these things, you ain't seeking that because you understand that has what? Emotions tied to it. I put up a post today on my Facebook, on my wall today, and I said, maybe it was last night, and I said that the problem with money is you got to keep it to keep it. The problem with money is you got to keep it to keep it. And this is the perpetual cycle of trapping you, binding you, bonding you, and handcuffing you. This is a perpetual cycle because you believe everything you need has to be done with money. And I'm sitting here showing you that I can, I'm living in a house right now and that has to have bills paid. But let me tell you something. Facts, okay? Let me tell you some facts, okay? Do I work for my money? Yes, I do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a poet. I'm an artist. I guess that's the same thing. I'm an artist. I'm a speaker, okay? And I'm an independent contractor, which I work for a catering service for myself. You understand? Because I know how to cook. So I became an independent contractor for a big, a nice rich facility, a nice rich, it's a yacht club, very rich yacht club, got a lot of money, white people stuff. But instead of making myself an employee with these people, I said, I want to stay free, set my own schedule. I want to not be binded to anything. I want to be able to let go when I want to let go. This is being what? Obsolete. This is being free of emotion. This is being what? Complete oneness with your higher self. This is what obsolete means. To be present. Always be present and one with who you are. It is to be present and to be one with who you are. Staying in tune with your higher self. Staying in tune with who you are truly. A lot of you think that you are being in tune with yourself in a way where it's like you're free, but you're not free. Because if you got a fear of things, your lights being shut off, then you're not free. If you got a fear of your water being shut off, then you're not free. If you got a fear of your car breaking down and how you're going to get that car to work again, then you're not free. Why? Because you have attached yourself to what they want you to attach yourself to. You have attached yourself to this thing called money. And money, they understand, is energy. They call it currency. They call money currency. Now watch this. What is currency? Only thing I know that has a current is water. Only thing I know that has a current is water. And so they have what? Currencies. And your currency belongs in a bank. The only thing I know that has currencies in the bank is a river bank that has a current flowing through it. So they understand that because water is energy, water is life, water is substance, they make your money become just like water. They make your money become life. They turn your money into life. They put energy into money. And so you get attached to money because they made money life. And the only thing that can have emotion is something that has life. The only thing that can have emotion is something that has life. Money has no emotion, but you give it emotion. Money has no emotion, but you give it emotion. It has no emotion, but you give it emotion because of your fear of lack of it. Your fear in the lack of it gives it emotion. Your fear of what's going to happen if I don't get it, you give it life. You give it emotion. And so this is how you're not going to be free. You're never going to be free. You're never going to be obsolete, meaning absence of emotion from a relationship you want to break out of, from money that you don't want to be attached to anymore. I wrote the book on this. It's called Breaking Out. Escape the fear of failure. Escape the fear of believing and thinking that you need these things to survive, to thrive. And this is why I told you the word survive was key. Because when that lion has his jaws wrapped around that calf's neck, and that calf is screaming for life, you think that lion is like, oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for killing. No, because everything that has life and life force is what? It is tinged upon survival. The water will not allow you to do what? The water is so powerful, so strong, and has so much life that it's going to, because it's more bigger than you, has more power than you, it's going to overtake you. And so you must respect the water because the water can take you out. So you must respect fire. You understand? Fire. My son went out in a fire. You must respect fire because fire can take you out. You know what fear naturally is? You know what fear really is? I made it. Fear is not fear like you're scared of something. Fear is fire, earth, air, and river. Fire, earth, air, and river. The four natural elements, not the only natural elements, but four of the natural elements of this planet. Fire, earth, air, and river. River is water. You understand? So this is the only fear you should have. What? The fear of these things. The fear of life. You should have a fear. Your fear should be a healthy fear. And that is the fear of you actually not living life. Because you are attached to something they've assimilated to something that they've assimilated to become life. Which is money. The dollar. They've made this an assimilation of life. Calling it a currency, relating it to water because water is the only thing that has a current. And they say it should belong in a bank. But the only thing I know that has a bank to the current is a river bank. River banks have currents flowing through them. And so your money is a current that flows to the river bank. You understand? And they call this your money currency. And the reason why they call it currency is to give it life. And when they give something life, they give it emotion. When they give something life, they give it emotion. And because they give it emotion, you attach yourself to it, believing you need it, believing you got to have it, believing that you must have it. And you really chasing your tail. You're like a dog chasing your tail. You never got enough of it. You never got enough of it. You become a dog chasing your tail and you never have enough of it. You get what you want and you want more. You get $5,000, you want $10,000. You get $10,000, you want $20,000. You get 1 million, you want 2 million. It's never enough. It's never going to be enough. And so money, I don't serve money. I don't serve money, but yet money flows into my life. Why? Because I respect, I am a part of that which is life. I am the natural man. And this is why I preach being natural again. I'm a natural man. You understand? And when you become one with all that is natural, then guess what? You live in abundance with all that is natural. Everything, the things that are natural is in abundance. You don't have to beg, borrow, or steal. Because when you become natural again, everything that is natural that has life has an abundance of it. I don't have to go to the water, the ocean, and try to empty the ocean of its water. There's an abundance there. We all can have some. I don't have to go to the tree and pick every fruit off the tree. Why? Because after winter, spring comes and it will bear more fruit again. There's an abundance for us all. When you go back to your natural state of mind, when you go back to your conscious mind, when you go back to being a natural man, a natural living man, a natural living woman, when you become natural again. And I ain't talking about just a natural hairstyle. I ain't talking about natural hairstyle. I'm talking about stop putting all these things in you that isn't natural. Stop putting all that stuff on you that ain't natural. Stop shooting yourself up with things that ain't natural. Stop eating things that ain't natural. Stop doing things that ain't natural. You understand? That ain't natural. These things are not natural. So because I became a natural man, I became a pure man. And when you become pure, you understand that even the lion, even the animals are pure because they don't know what they do. They don't know what they do. And so this is why you hear, Father, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. Why do we ask forgive them? Because they are innocent in their way. They don't know what they do. You are innocent. This is why even your Bible says what? Says what? That in order for you to do what? In order for you to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must become like a child. And what is a child? A child is innocent in its ways. A child is innocent in his ways. A child can slap another child and feel no emotion about that, not feel bad about that. A child can slap another child dead in the face and you be like, why you do that? I don't know. And never feel bad about it. Absent of emotion. A child is innocent, absent of emotion. A child is innocent because they're absent of emotion. They get emotion from what we feed it, they get their emotions from how they feed off of us and what we feed into them. They get their emotions from what they feed off of us and what we feed into them. That's where the set of emotions come from. But you leave a child by itself out there in the wilderness all alone. A child, you leave them, or in the playground, let's say in the playground, children would be children and they would play as children. Innocently. No conscious, no thinking in mind of emotion. Not worried about nothing. And this is why your scripture says that in order for you to enter the kingdom of heaven, you must become like a child. That means you must remove your debilitation because a child has no debilitation. You must remove your hindrances because a child is not hung up, have no hindrances. You must remove your hang-ups and your hindrances because a child is not hung up on anything. A child is not hindered to anything. A child doesn't tie themselves to what happened yesterday. A child doesn't tie themselves to what's going to happen in the future. Child doesn't do that. A child stays pure and innocent in their way. You understand? And so to become obsolete, you must become absent of your emotion so that you can enter into a realm of freedom, so that you can enter into a realm of pure state of consciousness, so that you can enter into a realm of returning back to your higher self. Are you understand? You must return back to your higher self. You must stay there, and you stay there by removing emotion. You stay there by removing emotion. Emotion is trapping a lot of you, binding a lot of you, making you feel you got to do this, and that's not natural. They tell you you got to go to school to get a good job. Where did that ever begin? Let's go back to the origins of time and tell me, where did that begin at? Let's go back to the origins of time. and tell me where did that, because school ain't really that, education ain't really that damn old. Education is still fairly new. You understand? When you look at the grand scheme of how long we've been on this planet, when you look at the grand scheme of how long we've been on this planet, you're talking about a drop of water to the ocean. You're talking about a drop of water to the ocean. That's how short and minute the time of education has been in this worldly system. You're talking about it's only been here a minute scale of time. It's only been here a minute scale of time. And so for you to believe that you got to go to school to do this, or you got to get the education to do that, that's a damn lie. That's a false lie perpetuated by the what? Perpetuated by your enemy. Your enemy, what to do what? To bind you emotionally, tie you emotionally to believing that money is going to be the cause and the way and the source, the resource to get you out of your situation. But I'm being living proof that I don't need no job because I'm an independent. And that's how you stay free. You stay free when you stay independent. You gotta think independent minded. And here's another thing. You got to not think, what you can't do is you got to not think that you need these things. And you got to say, there's another way. You got to say, there are other ways. You got to say, I must dig deep into my soul and find out these ways. Or simple, let's just do this. Let's just trust. Let's just trust ourselves better, huh? Let's just trust ourselves better. Let me read my comments from some my divine light beings in here saying what? It ties to routines, yeah. Early on in life to make us afraid of change. That's right. You understand? It ties to routines. But what is this doing? It's binding your spirit. It's binding your soul. Your soul is your consciousness. It's binding your soul. It's binding your soul, and your soul being your consciousness. What? Guess what? So what? Hold on. Let me sip my tea. I'm about to go in. Let me sip my tea. I'm about to go in. So they tie your soul, and what drives your soul to want to be free? What pushes your soul to want to stay a free soul? Like when you get a job, you don't want to be there. You go to school, you don't want to be there. Children do not want to be in school. You know why? Because the soul is pushing for them to be free. The soul is pushing for them to be free, and they must be free because they are free in the mind. Let me say it again. They must be free because the children are free in the mind. And so you go to school and you whip your child because your child is acting up in school when your child is doing something that is natural to it. Your child is doing something that is natural to it. And then they tell you your child need Ritalin, your child need Prozac, your child need Preparol, or all these other kinds of drugs. Your child is ADD, ADHD, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all these things, right? Your child has got every alphabet, every letter in the alphabet, and you believe them over your child, and you'll believe them because of what? Because you've been programmed, and you've been trained, and you've been tied up in emotion. Because they got you believing. And so this is why I say when they get your consciousness, because they're after your soul, and when they get your consciousness, when they get your soul, they're getting what? Your belief. They're getting you to buy in with your beliefs. They're getting you to buy in with your beliefs. Are you understanding me? Are you understanding? Are you understanding that your beliefs are controlling your very nature? Your beliefs are controlling your very environment, your consciousness, your higher self, the way you believe. Your beliefs are controlling your environment, and you believe through and only through emotion. You believe through and only through emotion. Are you understanding? Are you understanding how everything is played through and in and out of emotion? Everything is attacking and attaching itself to you emotionally, because this is how they what? This is how they manipulate, twist, and conjure your beliefs to theirs. And I said there's got to be another way. You know why? Because there's an inner child in me that begs to be free. There's an inner child in me that begs to stay pure. There's an inner child in me that begs to stay innocent. There's an inner child in me that begs to stay absent-minded of emotion and not have to worry. And so even in your Bible, and I'm not preaching the Bible, but I use the Bible for a reference for those of you who do study and follow the Bible. I break it down for you. And so the Bible says, in the Bible, it says that unless you become like a child, you will not see the kingdom of heaven. And the only way you become like a child is you must remove your debilitations, because your debilitations are a representation of what you are emotionally attached to. Your debilitations is an indication of what you are emotionally attached to. Your hindrances are what you emotionally are attached to. Your hang-ups is an indication of what you are emotionally attached to. And so your Bible says you can't enter the kingdom of heaven with worry, because there's no worry in the pure essence of heaven. There is no stress in the pure essence of heaven. There is none of that. There is no anxiety. There is no disbelief in the pure essence of heaven. And what is heaven? It's a state of mind. It's not a place you go to. It's a state of consciousness. I'll say it even better. I'll say it my way. What is heaven? Heaven is a state of what? Belief. Freedom. Obsolete. You must become obsolete. To be what? To be one with everything. To be one with your higher self. And you manifest everything, and you manifest what you want in your reality today. Removing emotion. Removing emotion. You can manifest everything in your reality, removing emotion. Is it to say that, oh, I can't love my significant other if I have no emotion? No, it doesn't say that. It's not saying that. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, you ever watch a boxing match? You ever watch a boxing match? You know about boxing? Let me tell you something about boxing, okay? There's a healthy respect for each other in the ring, unless there's bad blood between, Holyfield and Tyson. Unless there's bad blood, Holyfield and Tyson. But the average opponent in the boxing ring has a mutual, healthy, loving respect for their opponent. But in the ring, we must be obsolete. In the ring, we must be one-minded with ourselves. In the ring, we must be thinking about us. In the ring, we must be thinking about our strategic plan. In the ring, we must be thinking about manifesting the outcome of my reality. In the ring, a boxer his mind is on manifesting the outcome of his reality, which is a victory. And I posted today on my wall. I posted a picture today, and I said, I don't play your game. I don't play your game. I said, you can never get played if you always play the game your way. You can never get played if you always play the game your way. You can never get played if you always play the game your way. You must keep the ball in your court. There is no back and forth. I don't have back and forth with people because I'm playing your game. If I have to have a back and forth with you, then I am playing your game. Then I am not in my own conscious state of mind. I am not in my own conscious mind. If I have to play your game with you, if I have to play a back and forth with you, then I am not of my conscious mind. And I must always stay in my conscious mind, playing my game. And listen to me, what did I say? This is how you become natural again. Because when you understand that when you become a natural being again, there's an abundance of us. There's an abundance for us all out here. So what does that mean? So that means that if I'm in a relationship with you, I don't have to strip you of becoming who you naturally are. When I met you, I don't have to strip you of who you are. I want all of who you are because you're coming with something that I am not. And you should want all of who I am. And therefore, I get the full abundance of you. And you get the full abundance of me. You don't get some diluted version. You don't get some diluted version. And so in the boxing ring, two boxers go in with a healthy perspective and love and respect for each other. They go in saying, listen, I respect you. I even love that you love the same sport as me. But listen, I have a game plan. I must execute. The boxer is always thinking about executing his game plan because his game plan is a master game plan that's going to say, this is the outcome. I'm seeking. And then at the end of the match, you will see them at the end of the match. You'll see them hug each other, hand dap, whatever they got to do, raise each other's arm. There is no losers in the game. You get what I'm saying? See, someone may have won the belt. In the boxing match, one may win the belt. One may win the belt. But you will see the healthy respect, the healthy love, and the healthy appreciation they have for each other when you see the other fighter go over to the one fighter that lost and he raises his hand in the air. I know this because I watch boxing and I just watched it Friday night and I just saw this happen again. Where I would see the boxers go over to the losing opponent and hug him, raise his hand in the air. No one's a loser here. We're all victors here. We're all victors here. There's enough when you become about your plan, or when you become about your higher self, your conscious mind, when you become about you and what you have to bring here, then I want all of you. If I'm in a relationship with you, I want all of you, because then I get the abundance of what you bring. I get the full impact. I get the full abundance of what you have to offer me. I don't want the diluted version. I don't want you to become what you think I want you to become. I want you to be how I met you. I want you to be that and how I met you. I want you to stay that in how I met you, because this is what I want. I don't want to change you. Because if I'm meeting somebody, number one, if I meet somebody, they're definitely going to be the yin, the yang, the yang to my yin, yin and yang. They're definitely going to be that yang. Like, we match energies. Ain't no, let's work things out. None of that. No, we match energies. You be you, I be me, and let's bring together a powerful life force. You be you, I be me, and let's bring together a powerful life force, so we can create a whole new world. You see, we cannot manifest in our lives if we are downplaying or diluting ourselves. We cannot manifest in our lives if we are diluting ourselves of our natural self, of our whole, to be natural is to be 100%. There is no 20% natural. There is no 10% natural. There is no 30% natural. It's either you are 100% natural or you're not. You're looking at a 100% natural man. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because that's facts. I'm saying that because I study to be a natural man again. I study myself. I study my higher self. I stay within my higher self consciously. So I don't have to go to the doctor to get sick, because I know how to heal myself. Number one, I don't get sick because I eat and I drink from nature. See, I don't drink my water from a bottle. I don't drink my water from the faucet. I drink my water from a coconut. I drink my water from a honeydew melon. I drink my water from a cantaloupe. I drink my water from fruit, from life. There's an abundance of it all out here. I drink my water from natural springs. There's an abundance of life. What did I say earlier? Huh? I said that when you become a natural man again, you're not worried about money and where it's going to come from. Money is not, because you understand money has no real value. Money holds no value. It has no substance. But what has substance is that has life. What has substance is that has life, because it gives life. Anything that has life gives life. So you must respect the water, the ocean, because it has life and it gives and takes life. So you must respect fire. You must respect the elements of the earth. You must respect the rivers. You must respect the air. You must respect these things, because you just saw Hurricane Florence go all over the Carolinas. You must respect the winds. You understand what I'm saying? Get out of his way. You understand? You must respect these natural things. You understand? Because in the broad scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, to become a natural being again. See, I don't say human being, I say natural beings. Because to me, when I think of the word natural, and when I say I'm a natural being, I think of the word fear, fire, earth, air, and river. And I do these things. I practice being one with myself, because I'm made up of all all these things. I'm made up of the fire I'm made up of the elements of fire. I'm made up of the elements of the earth. I'm made up of the elements of the air, and I'm made up of the elements of the river. I'm made up of these things. You understand? I'm made up of these things. My bones are made of dust. You understand? I'm made up of the earth. My bones are crystals. I come from the earth. You understand? I'm made up of the earth. My breath is the very wind that you feel when you out there outside your home. My breath is the wind. I am made up of the elements of the earth. I realize I am a natural man. And so I continue to go back to my higher self, or I stay in my higher self, and I don't have to go back. I'm always in my higher self because I am always in tune. I am always in tune and in regulation with the natural things that is life. Are you understanding? Because I said everything that has life is life, gives life. Money doesn't give life. Money doesn't give life. It takes life. It takes your soul. It takes your consciousness. And when it takes your consciousness, it takes your beliefs with it. And when it takes your beliefs with it, and the reason it takes your beliefs with it is because it has you tied up emotionally. And I write about this in my book, Breaking Out. I write about this in my book, Breaking Out. Emotionally detaching yourself from these things so that you can be free. So that you can be free. Now, this is talking about to be obsolete. I'm talking about being obsolete. To be obsolete is to be absent. To be obsolete is to be free. To be obsolete is to be one. To be obsolete is to be present. To be obsolete is to be in everything, everywhere at one time. Not meaning like, well, I got to go over here at this time. No, I'm already there. I ain't got to go over nowhere. I'm already there. I'm already there. I don't have to go nowhere. I'm already there. I'm already there. You understand? I'm already there because I've already manifested it in my thoughts. I've already manifested it in my life. So I don't have to rush to go over there. It's going to come to me. I don't have to rush to go over there. It's going to come to me. Understanding? I don't have to rush to go over there. It's going to come to me. To be obsolete, let me say it again, is to be present. To be obsolete is to be one with your higher self, your natural self. You understand? Ooh, I love being a natural man. I love being a natural man. I love it. I love being a natural man. Because I realize this. I realize that, I am these things. I am these things. And because I am these things, I can have these things. I can have these things. And because I am these things, I can have these things. Peace, reflection, I see you in the building. How you doing? Peace and love. Yeah, peace and love, Divine. Okay? Because I am these things, I have these things. And because I have these things, I don't have to work to getting these things. You see, to work to get those things is tying yourself up emotionally. And you work for a boyfriend, you work to go get a boyfriend, you're working to, instead of being, listen, I say stop trying to become what you want stop trying to become what you want and be what you want to become. Stop trying to become what you want and be what you want to become. Be it already. You don't have to, this is the problem. This is the problem, and this is why I'm talking about being obsolete. This is why I'm talking about being obsolete. Because as I was saying about the boxers in the ring, they are obsolete minded. They are obsolete. They are one with their agenda. They are one with their strategic plan. They are one with their plan. They are present minded, conscious minded with their plan. They are conscious of what they must go in that ring and do. They are conscious of going in that ring to execute. They are conscious of everything that they must do to come out with the victory. And yet they will go over to the other side of the ring, even to the losing opponent, raise his hand and say, listen, there are no losers here. Because there is a what? There is a healthy love. There is a healthy respect. And they understand that we both love this game. We both love this sport. But there's room for both of us here. There's an abundance of love for both of us to receive here. Even though one is feelings is hurt, he still goes over and removes those emotions from himself in the one that is hurt by a hug, a handshake, raising his hand. You understand? Removing the emotion of being a victor at the moment. And instead of celebrating at the very moment he wins the belt, he goes over and raises the other opponent's hand. Removing emotion. Not forgetting how to stay detached from the things that don't matter. Ooh, that was so symbolic. Get that. Get that. Let me say it again. When you see that boxer in that ring, the one who wins, and he goes over to the losing opponent, hugs the losing opponent. You see this happen in boxing all the time. Raise the hand of the losing opponent, shakes the hand or whatever, showing love, showing appreciation, showing gratitude toward that opponent, saying you were worthy of a fight, you were a worthy fighter. There is what? There is no losers in that fight. And so what does the victor do? The victor removes immediately emotion. The celebration of raising his belt in the air. He removes immediately the emotion, becoming obsolete, never forgetting to be one, huh? One with who? One with his higher self, one with himself. I used to box. I boxed for 4 years. It's a sport of pure class. It's a sport of pure class. I boxed when I was what? 22, 3, 4, and 5. I boxed when I was 22, 3, 24, 25. I boxed for 4 years. You understand? This was before Facebook. So you might not see any video. This was before Facebook. You understand? And so I'm telling you that you must remain obsolete, present-minded. That boxer is present. Yo, let me not make this a celebratory thing real quick. Boom, 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 boom. Hug my opponent. Raise his hand. We all win here. There's an abundance of love in the room. There's an abundance of love in the room for us all to receive. It's not about the belt. It's about you being a worthy. It's about you getting in the ring with me and being worthy of this. Being worthy of being in the ring with me. So we must remove and lose what? We must remove and lose emotion to be free. Because if we don't, we will stay binded. We will stay bonded. We will stay binded and bonded, huh? What do you say? I'm reading the comments, y'all. Oh, that's another topic, bro. We're going to talk about the Gagu another time. All right? We're going to talk about the Gagu another time. I understand what you're talking about, the God order. You understand? But we're going to talk about another time. So my point is this, and let's keep moving. Let's keep going, okay? Let's keep this thing rolling. Because I want to teach you. I want to show you. I want to enlighten you. As the enlightened messenger I am does. I enlighten your mind. I bring in what am I doing when I speak to you? I'm sounding off. So now I'm sounding off neurons in the brain. See, I am programming your brain. I am programming the neurons in your brain right now to always remember this as new information. As new information. So that when you come into your higher self, you don't have to come back down. You stay there. You don't come down, you stay there. You stay in your higher self. And so I love being a natural man. I love being a natural man because being a natural man tells me what? Tells me that I don't have to look anywhere for anything. Everything that I need and want, I see around me. There's an abundance of it there. Abundance of everything I need around me. I don't have to look far out. I don't have to look. I just look around me, being present, being one, being here in the moment. I can see. I see everything. And I see everything that I need. And I don't have to go and look. I don't have to ask. I don't have to beg. I don't have to borrow. And I don't have to steal. It's all around me. The natural elements of this world, of this plane, of this earth plane. Everything is right around me. And all I gotta do is look and open my eyes to it. And I don't have to do that anymore either, because I see it. It comes to me. So I don't have to say, let me go over here and get that. Let me go over here and do that. Let me go over here tomorrow and let me plan for next year and let me plan for the year after and let me plan this, let me plan that. No, all I have to do is manifest it by saying and creating in thought what I want. And so my brain creates new neurons, which is neurological information, and I become that. And because I become, or I be that, because I be that, I am that. Because I am that, I am one with what? I am one with what I want. I said this. Stop trying to become what you want and be what you want to become. Stop trying to become what you want and be already what you want to become. You can already be it. And so I manifest in my life things that I already want. And guess what? That is a magnetic pull. That creates a magnetic, what we call the law of attraction. It creates a magnetic force that pulls these things into your realm of existence. It pulls these things into your realm of existence. You no longer have to go and get something. You no longer have to, and the only thing you need is patience. The only thing you need is patience. You need to learn to wait for things to come to you. But you must do this through meditation and to manifest it. You must do this because your thoughts, what do I teach you about your thoughts? Your thoughts are what? Your thoughts are, you are fed information through sunlight. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. The sun is giving you information. You understand? And so what happens is these photosynthesis is what? These photosynthesis are feeding the brain, or feeding the neurological pathways in the brain, giving you information, creating and storing up new genetic DNA codes. Creating new genetic DNA codes. New information. New information when you stay in tune with your higher self. When you stay in tune with your higher self, meaning when you go back out there in the sun and you get natural sunlight and you eat sun food. I call sun food that grows from the sun, not grown in greenhouse gas houses, not grown in gas houses, greenhouse gas houses, gas chambers. Your food is not grown in gas chambers, but your food is grown in natural environments. Sun food. You understand? I see my people sounding off on here. You say, yep. So because photosynthesis is information, you understand? This new information is creating new genetic DNA code. Information is what? Information means, look up the root word of information. Look up the etymology of the word information. There you will find the word awareness. Look up the etymology of the word information. There you will find the word dropped all the way down at the bottom, awareness. And information is to do what? Information keeps you aware. Aware is a term that we use in the conscious world. Becoming aware. You want to always become aware. Conscious. To be aware is to be conscious. To be conscious is to be obsolete. Absence of emotion. Absence of emotion. To be conscious is to be obsolete. You see, you cannot be conscious if you are emotionally tied up. You know why? Because you're emotionally tied up. So how can you be present-minded when you're tied? How can you be present-minded over here, but you're tied up to something over here? You cannot serve two masters. For you will either hate the one and love the other. You will despise the one and hate the other. You cannot serve two masters. You must only serve one. I choose to serve my higher self. I choose to serve my higher self. I choose to serve my natural being. I choose to serve my higher self. And I will always serve my higher self. I will always serve what's good for my higher self. Because if it's not, then I'm not free. If it's not, then I'm not being free. I always want to be free. I always want to stay independent. I always want to stay absent-minded of somebody else's debilitations, hindering thoughts, conscious ways upon my whole existence. And this is why I posted earlier a little funny post on my Facebook wall. A meme. I created a little meme. And I created this meme, and it says something like, when she tells you that, it's on my wall. It's when she tells you that you can't judge people off of energy, and you look at her like, you already giving me bad vibes. Like, yo, check this out. Like, where you come from? You understand? Like, where you come from? What you mean you can't judge people? No, everything has energy. Everything is energy. Emotion is energy. Energy and motion. Emotion. Energy and motion. Emotion is energy and motion. You are moving energy in a realm or in a space or in motion in tune to what? Something debilitating. Something debilitating. Something stopping you from moving and progressing in winning. Winning. Let's use the word winning. And winning. Y'all got y'all tea? I got my tea. I'm drinking tea tonight. I always drink tea every night, so. Especially when I do these. But I'm about to shut this thing down because I need y'all to get this as I enlighten you with this message. Is that I'm teaching you about being obsolete. So in being obsolete, you must be absent of emotion. I've already said that. Now, let me go into why you must remove emotion. Because I gave you all of these things, all this information, but why you must remove emotion? Why? I just said it like 30 seconds ago, 20 seconds ago. Why must you remove emotion? So that you can continuously move forward. So that you can progress. Because what you're supposed to be doing is always getting back to your higher self. Your job is to return to your higher self. We call it, some of you call it God, whatever. I call it my higher self. A lot of people call it their higher self. My higher self is what you may call God. I call it my higher self. Okay? That's what we mean when I say that. Okay? But that is a state of supremacy. That is a state of pure supremacy. To be in your higher self is to be supreme. And you must live your knowledge. You must speak if you're going to speak the knowledge, you must live your knowledge. And you can look at me and tell I'm living my knowledge. Not only because my mind, and not only because my thoughts, and not only because the information that I get continuously upgrades and goes higher and higher, and I get more intelligent with the information that I teach. I get more intelligent because I am receiving new information, neurological neurons. I'm receiving neurons, new information or neurological information into my what? Into my thought processes through what? Through eating new information. This is new information. Because food has DNA in it. Food has genes in it. Your food, this is a coconut. And I believe, and I know that I get more intelligent with my information because I am receiving intelligent information from this. You see, for this coconut to be able to hold the water, purified water in this coconut, there must be some information given to it to conceal the water inside of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or you understand what I'm saying? If there wasn't DNA information in this speaking to this coconut would not be able to hold water. It would not be able to conceal tight the water inside of it. It would not be able to do that if there wasn't something telling it to preserve life, to preserve itself, to preserve its way, to preserve water, because water is life. There must be something in this telling it to conceal off the leaking of water. Because if there was no information in this, there would be no concealing of this coconut. There would be no concealing of this coconut. But something in it is communicating to it, telling it to, when it gets the water, close it off so that you don't lose it, because the water is life. What did I say earlier? Everything that is life, has life, gives life. And if it gives life, it gives DNA. If it gives life, it gives new genetic codes. If it gives life, it gives me life. And if it gives me life, it gives me more information. If it gives me more information, it gives me more DNA genetic codes. It gives more DNA genetic codes, then it gives me more intelligence. And it gives me more and more and more in tune to my higher self. Because I am receiving new information every time I stay and go back to a natural life. I receive this is new information inside of here. When I drink this, I will be drinking new information, which will make me a lot more smarter than I already am. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm receiving new information. This is the school of life, not that education institution you go to. This is the school of life. This is the school of life. Hold on. Wait a second. What I say? This is the school of life. This cantaloupe has new information in it that when I crack this thing open, it's organic. When I crack this thing open, and this comes from a produce stand by my house where these people have farmers come in. Farmers market. It's like a farmer's market. Fresh grown produce. My produce I know comes from the soil. My produce I know comes from the earth. So, sun food. You understand? New information in this. You hear this thing? Listen to it. You got to thump your cantaloupes when you go shopping for cantaloupes. You got to hear you want to hear like a hollow sound. You want to hear a hollow sound because that tells you got a lot of water in it. It has a lot of water in it. You get your water from life. Everything that has life, is life, gives life. This cantaloupe has life, has new information, new DNA, new genes, new genetic codes in it that when I eat it, I'm going to receive that. And plus, I get a double whammy. I get water as well. I get to drink water with my cantaloupe. So I'm drinking water, I'm eating information, and I'm drinking water at the same time. I don't have to go buy bottled water because I don't buy bottled water. I haven't drunk bottled water in 2 months. I don't drink bottled water. I don't drink water from the faucet. My water is right in here. Life gives me everything I need. Life. That's why I'm a natural man. That's why I preach being natural. That's why I preach being a natural being again. This coconut has water in it. I don't have to worry about going to get water from the store, from the bottles. I don't have to worry about water from the tap. I'll buy my coconuts every single day if I have to. And I don't have to struggle to buy it. I don't have to struggle to buy my coconuts. I manifest these things in my life because this is who I am. I am a part of nature. I am a natural man. And so it falls in my lap. You understand? This papaya has information in it. This little papaya right here has information in it. New information. So I will get neurological. I will get new information that will feed the neurons, which is what? Neurological information. It will feed the neurons of my brain. That means neurological information. This papaya has new information in it. When I eat it, I'm going to be receiving. This is my education system. This is my education. Here's my education. It has a lot of information in here. This is my education institution right here. Life, natural, nature. Here's my education institution. It's going to give me a lot of information. You understand? Huh? Are you understanding? What it means to be a natural man, natural woman again. You must be obsolete. You must stop attaching yourself to the belief that, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. I gotta have money to do that. I gotta have money to do that. Listen to me. Literally, this papaya may cost, I think, $1 at the produce stand. The cantaloupe, like $2 at the produce stand. The coconut, like 50 cents. Walmart and all those other stores is cheating y'all out of y'all organics. Cheating y'all. I go get the real organic, natural soil, from the soil. Where it's grown by the people and they bring it into the market, and I go there and I buy, and it's cheap, dirt cheap. It's like dirt, lower than dirt cheap. You go to Walmart and it loses. You see, when your food travels, while your food travels to your local, food chain stores like Walmart, Kroger's, and all that other bullshit that y'all go get y'all fruit from, it loses a lot of information along the way. It loses a lot of DNA. It loses, why? Because it is dying the further and further and further away it gets from its natural resource. It is dying. The genes in it is dying the further and further away it gets from its natural resources. Why? Because light changes the information in it. Light begins to change the information. Artificial light. Artificial light begins to change the information in it. This is why you got to stay away from artificial lighting. Because it destroys the information and it destroys the pineal. Artificial light is not good for the pineal gland. Huh? You got to have natural, what do they call those lights? Like those illuminating lights. You understand? You got to get those natural light, those luminescent light bulbs. You feel me? But let's not get off topic. Let's stay on topic. I'm talking about to remove your emotion. To be obsolete is to remove your emotion. You must remove your emotion. And so you must remove your emotion from the beliefs that you need to have certain things when you don't. You don't need nothing. My education comes from right here. Here's my education. It's got a lot of information inside it. My education has a lot of information inside it. And I'm going to be getting smarter and smarter and smarter. Oh, I didn't show you my orange. Huh? I'm going to be getting smarter and smarter and smarter. Because my information, my food has a lot of new information in it. Any questions? Any questions? I'm teaching you how to do this. It's real simple. It's real easy. It's not complex. Life is real simple. It's real easy. It's not complex. It's not. I'm going to leave you with something. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. Okay? Here's what you do. You may be like, I don't know how to meditate. I've told y'all, I told y'all this before. I've told you how to do this before. I told you how to meditate before. Meditate. So let me give you this before I go. For those of you who are new to my page, I'm going to do this for you. Some of you who already heard this, you already know what I'm going to say. When you meditate, see, what I'm trying to teach you to do, while I'm explaining this, is because I want you to become your higher self. I want you to become obsolete, detached from emotion, so that way you can continue to progress and become one with everything, one with your food. You understand? And you receive that information. See, a lot of you are so out of your own mind. You're out of your own mind. And when you eat food, you can't even receive the information because you're not one with it. You're not there with it. You're not aware. The information, the definition of information means aware. The root etymology word of information is awareness, aware, to be made aware. And so when you're eating fruit, you're not even being aware of what you're eating. So the information gets lost. When you're eating food, natural food from the earth, you're not one with the food. And so the information becomes lost and destroyed. You don't become one with the food. You don't become present-minded with the food. You don't become obsolete of your emotion. You don't become obsolete of your emotion. And because you don't become obsolete of your emotion, things begin to get lost. Things get lost. Information gets lost. Relationships get destroyed because you're trying to change a person to become someone that they should not become. You should want your spouse, your significant other, to be all that they are the way you met them. You should want that. And you should not want to change them. Because you're getting the 100% version of that person. Stop trying to change a person into what you want them to be. Because you get a diluted version. And you're attaching yourself to a systematic way of thinking. And it's backwards. They taught you how to think backwards. Huh? They taught you how to think backwards. So now here's what you must do. Here's what you must do. You must meditate. Some of you who don't know how to meditate, let me give it to you very simple and easy. As simple as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, E, F, G. Okay? As simple as simple. Think of your mind as a car. Think of your mind as a car. You want to fill that car up with gas. Fill the car up with a lot of gas. Fill it up on full. Put the car on gas. Put the car on gas. Fill the car up with gas. You know, all the way up. Okay? Your mind is that car. You fill it up with thoughts. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up with thoughts. And you're going to run your mind off of filling it up with a lot of thoughts until your brain tires itself out and cannot, until your mind wears itself out and it cannot think of nothing anymore. And then your mind goes into a blank state. Your mind goes into a blank space. And that's when you enter the space in the realm of meditation. So you must do like that car, run that car all the way until it gets to empty. Put a lot of gas in it, fill it up with gas, and then run it all the way out until there's no more gas left in the car. So your thoughts is that car. Fill it up with thoughts until you can't fill it, until it runs out. Fill it up with thoughts until it runs out. And then your mind will automatically, you don't have to do this. You don't have to force nothing. All you got to do is keep thinking, keep thinking, keep thinking. And then you will come into a complete bliss, or you will enter into an abyss. Your mind will enter you into an abyss, basically opening up a portal for you. Your mind will open up a portal for you to enter into. Why? Because there's no more space. There's no more room inside the space of what you're trying to keep doing, like thinking. There's no more room in that thinking space. There's no more room in that thinking space. So your mind opens a portal and allows you to move into that portal. And when your mind opens up that portal for you, allowing you to move into that portal, it's blank there. There's nothing there. And you want to stay there. This is meditation. This is meditation. You understand what I'm saying? So your mind will enter you into a blank space, an abyss, a dark abyss. And your mind there will be no thoughts there because you did what I said. Keep running your mind with thoughts until you can't think no more, until your mind will automatically shut itself down because it ran out of gas. And it will shut itself down. Your thoughts will completely become obsolete. Your thoughts will completely become obsolete, absent-minded. Absent-minded. You will completely become obsolete. Absent-minded, no thought in mind, no attachment to anything, no attachments through emotion. No attachment. You become obsolete. When you become obsolete, when your mind becomes obsolete, that's a definition of blankness. It's blankness. There is nothing there. It's empty. And you enter into, and your mind will open up, like I said, your mind begins to open up a portal, making room and making space for you to enter into because you filled up your mind with thoughts until you couldn't do it no more. And so the mind must make room for you to continue to think. So you must open up another portal, a space, somewhere so you can enter into. And when you enter into that portal, meditation begins to happen. You become silent. You become still. You notice your breathing becomes regulated. You start to feel good. You start to feel awesome. You You start to feel present. You start to feel one. You start to feel no stress. You start to feel no anxiety. You start to feel no pain. It removes itself. You become obsolete. You become one, present with the moment, and you're not attached to emotions. That's why I said you don't, it removes pain. It removes stress. It removes anxiety. It removes depression. It removes debilitations, hang-ups, hindrances. It removes these things from you. And you become present. You become aware. And then guess what? The new information begins to now impute itself into your neurological pathways, so that you can begin to manifest a new reality for yourself. Real simple. You got to study the higher self. Study the higher self, and it will give you information. But you must go back to school. You must go back to school, your natural self. You must go back to school to your natural self, eating naturally. And you must go back to school to receive new information. You must reverse the effects of what you've been taught in these institutions. And the only thing I know is our institutions are prisons. Prisons are institutions. The word, anytime I hear institution, I hear prison in front of it. And I don't like institutions. I don't. You understand? And so let's remove ourselves from emotion. I told you, go into meditation so you can begin to enter into a dark space of nothingness, and new information can start to impute itself down in your neurological pathways, so you begin to manifest it in your reality. Okay? This is what you want to do. That's step one. Step two, go back to school eating natural again. Get new information. Get new information. Get new information. Do you want to know why monkeys are smart like us? Because or I would say apes are smart like us. Gorillas, these kind of species. Because they eat like us. Or no, my bad. They don't eat meat like we do. Or at least some of y'all. I don't eat meat. Because they get the same information that we get from eating the same way, eating how we're supposed to eat. Eating how we're supposed to eat. So what we must do is we must meditate. We must go back to school to become obsolete, removing our emotions, become present-minded, become one with everything in our environment. What do I say? You are a reflection of your environment, and your environment is a reflection of you. Your environment is a reflection of you, which is even more dangerous. Because if I come into your environment and I look into your environment, I'm looking at you. When I look at your environment, I'm looking at you. When I look into your environment, I'm looking at you. That's who I'm seeing. I'm seeing you. I'm not seeing nothing else. Because you are a reflection of your environment. So, let us move on and let us go into our practice. Let us move on and let us go into our practices. What is our practices? What are our practices? Meditation, go back to school, eating natural, being natural. Being natural again, staying natural. Stop being manipulated by altered energies. I'm gonna do a video on altered energies later called shape shifting. I'm gonna do a video on altered energies later called shape shifting. So you know, like people, you can look at people and you can see actual what energy, because you got to understand what type of energy. See my face here? This is considered an oval kind of a face. Like I got like a round face, an oval face. That tells you energy is able to flow and move freely through this. Because energy moves in circular motion. And you could tell shapes, you could tell energy, you could tell who a person is. What I'm going to do my video called shapeshifters. You could tell by a person's eyes. You could tell by their face if this person is a shapeshifter of energy. You understand? You know, when they come to alter the energy in the room, people that are altering energies in the room, manipulate or trying to manipulate energies in the room, you can tell who these people are. So you can know how to read energy. You can learn how to read energy. All you got to do is look at, I call shapeshifters. We're going to talk about shapeshifters later. Well, you can look at someone's face, eyes, nose, and the widening of their nose, lips, the openings, how they open their mouth. You understand? All these things are shaping energy. All these things are shaping energy. Our face, our eyes, the widening of our nose, the widening of how we open our mouths and when we talk, and it's all shaping energy. You understand? We're going to talk about the symmetrics and diametrics of shape-shifting energy. Shape-shifters. You got to watch out for shape-shifters. That's a teaser for the next video that I'm going to do. You understand? And you can read people. You can be able to be like, yo, go the other way. You feel me? That's how you can tell who people are. So, for you who just come into the building, I'm sorry. This here is running too long. And all I do is repeat myself if I be saying it again. But I will tell you, go back and watch the video later. Go back and get the download again later. And do what I always say to do. Share the download. Okay? Be natural. Don't be afraid. Stop being afraid to go out there and stop. Let me say this. Stop being afraid to be your natural self, period. Stop being afraid trying to look a certain way, you know, for a certain people or person. The most beautiful thing is a natural man or a natural woman. I mean, this is who I am. You ain't getting nothing. You understand? Like, you see my face? You see my skin flawless? Yeah, I'm putting it out there like that for you for a reason. My skin is flawless. Flawless skin. Flawless, perfect. You understand? Perfect. You see? Perfect. Everything. Flawless. Why? I went back to school. I started eating my information. I started getting new information. And it brought me into my higher self. I became natural again. And I stopped chasing money. I stopped chasing money. Flawless, right? I tell you this for a reason. Because I'm not afraid to be a natural person again. To be natural is beauty. Look at nature. Nature is beautiful. Nature is beautiful, and to be natural is to be beautiful. To be natural is to be beautiful. You don't have to alter anything about yourself. When you altering these things, you're altering the natural beauty, and you're also altering your thoughts and beliefs, your consciousness. You're altering your consciousness. You're altering your consciousness. Your thoughts and belief about yourself, which carries emotion, which carries what? Emotions carry energy. And so you become a shapeshifter yourself. You become a shapeshifter. Energy must move in circular motion. And you become a shapeshifter. And you can shape and shift. And you can shape and shift the diametrics and symmetrics of your face and your eyes. You can change all that. You don't need a doctor cosmetic surgery to do that. You don't need cosmetic surgery to do that. I used to have a wide face. I used to have like a very wide face in a way. Some of my old pictures, not my recent ones, like recently old, but I used to have like a wide face. I used to have like a really wide face, like out, you know. It wasn't like wide like a pie face. No, don't get me wrong. I never had a pie face, but I had a wide face. But I didn't have to go get cosmetic surgery to have a circular face. Because to have a circular face is to have a face that says what? Energy is flowing through me. Energy is flowing through me. I allow energy to flow through me. And the moment you see my eyes take on a different shape, the moment you see my eyes are circular. See that? See that? See my eyes? See the like an owl? You see that? You understand? Like around my eyes? You understand? Like an owl? Those O's around your eyes? That's the movement of energy. Energy moves like this in the figure 8 motion. It moves like in the figure 8 motion. It moves in circular motion. So you see my eyes, boom, you feel me? Nose, circular. Everything cyclical. Circular. Because energy moves like this. It cannot move in squares. You understand? Or any other shape. It only moves in circular. And so you see the Zen sign is a big circle. For Zen, it's a big circle. Okay? Energy moves. Huh? And this is why a lot of your fruit and your vegetables are long, oval shape, round shape, oval shape, round shape, oval shape, round shape, oval shape, round shape, oval shape, round shape. All your fruits and vegetables are usually oval shape, round shape. Why? Your watermelon's oval shape, round shape. Your fruits and vegetables are oval shape, round shape. Why? There's a reason for that. There's a purpose behind that. Because energy moves in that. Energy moves in that. Energy moves like this. You understand? You understand? Your corn, your cucumbers, energy always moving in oval shape, round shapes. You understand? Huh? This is facts. This is facts. This is facts. Your cabbages, your lettuces. Energy moves in oval shape, round shape. Even your romaine harvest. Your romaine lettuce is oval shape. You get your romaine lettuce in oval shapes. Because energy moves in a circular motion. You understand? So, with that being said, I'm done. Hope you enjoyed your tea, because I sure as hell enjoyed mine. I think I'm going to have me a late night snack. I might have my Coke. I may have my cantaloupe tonight. Go ahead and cut her up. Go ahead and cut up. And let me say this before I go. Become obsolete. Remove emotion. Remove emotion. And you can become not only free. When you remove emotion, not only do you become free, but you become in your higher self. You become in your higher self. You come into your higher self. Let me say that. You come into your higher self. Remove emotion. Become obsolete. Become obsolete. You break the chains. Becoming obsolete, you break chains. You break handcuffs. You break the ropes. You break all that stuff that ties you and binds you. You break it. Boom. You break free. Breaking Out. Escape the Fear of Failure is my classic best-selling book on my website, theenlightenedpoet.com. Go get that book today. Stop hesitating. Go get that book. Theenlightenedpoet.com. Breaking Out, Escape the Fear of Failure. Everything in that book is my mind teaching you, showing you how to do what? It's a roadmap. Teaching you, showing you how to break these mental cycles. Teaching you, showing you how to break the emotional cycles. Even on the back of the book, I wrote, get out of, break out of these spiritual, mental, and emotional fears. Because everything is tied into each other like that. Spiritual, mental, and emotional. Huh? But I tell you this. Become obsolete. And let me say this before I end it right now. I'm ending right now, but let me say this. Stop throwing your pills and your seeds away in the trash can. If anything, if you don't do what I do, I bury my seeds and pills. If you don't do anything, just throw it out in the grass. Let the earth swallow it back up. Continue the cycle of life. Get back into a rotation of continuing the cycle of life. Being one with life. Being one with life. See, when you give back, we are selfish people. Because we take from the earth. We take, but we don't give back. We live backwards. We don't give back to the earth. We take, but we don't give back. And because you don't give back, the earth can't give to you. This is what? This is the universal law of what? The universal law of correspondence. You reap what you sow. The universal law of correspondence. You reap what you sow. If you don't give, you don't get. If you don't give, you don't get. But because I give back to the earth, my fruits, my pills, my seeds, and the stuff that I don't eat from nature, I get stuff that falls right into my lap. I don't even have to, I basically and practically don't have to buy my food. I really don't. It kind of falls into my lap. I do it with money, but because I know, because of the people I built such a great kinship with, these folks, my fruit becomes practically free. And that's a direct cause and effect. That's another law, universal law. That's a direct cause and effect because of the law of correspondence. Because I'm reaping what I'm sowing. Because I give back to the earth, and the earth says, I remember you, and gives back to me. So if you don't do anything, if you don't bury it like I do, making those pills and seeds become new compost. If you don't do what I do, that's cool. But throw it out there into the earth and let the mother earth eat it up. I bury my stuff. You don't have to bury yours, but I bury mine. Just what I do. Personal preference. Because it becomes new compost. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. TheEnlightenedPoet.com. Go get the book. Breaking Out, Escape the Fear of Failure. I say it because I want you to have the knowledge. Share the download. I'm going to say it again. Share the download. Let me say it one more time. Share the motherfucking download. I'm out.